Tyson, he always brings magic, he brings excitement, he is a born entertainer, and this sport needs people who entertain. And there's no one better than Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. He looks fresh, he looks trim, he looks in great shape. Makhmudov is a formidable opponent, but as you said, having a formidable opponent will bring the best out of him. So I'm excited to see him do a good job.
Live's got power, but the thing is, you got to keep the big Gypsy King down. And like the late great Brendan Ingle said, to beat Tyson Fury, you got to nail a cunt to the canvas. And then when you do that, you need 6-inch nails to keep me down. Because I beat the biggest puncher in history. 2 of the top 10, number 1, number 7, biggest punchers in history, I've beaten both. Power don't mean shit to me.
I would have been boxing Tyson Fury. I'd got a big fight, but it would have been Tyson Fury. Mainly for the reason, I think, for 2 reasons. One, no one would have bought it, really, I don't think. And 2, I've known him since I was a kid, and more than people thinking I could beat him, I don't think I could beat him. I sparred probably hundreds, how many rounds I sparred with him? Hundreds and hundreds. For the last nearly 15 years, we sparred everywhere. And I don't think I'd beat him. I don't think I could beat him. So that's just that.
I saw a video from your opponent Dave Allen, and he was talking about this fight with you and Fury, and he said you are a strong puncher. He said you are very good, but Tyson is a little bit better than very good, and his prediction was Fury will win between round 7 and 10.
Listen, it's his opinion. Listen, it's his opinion. Everybody can say whatever you're thinking, but nobody can know sure until we can make a fight, right? That's why we have to make a fight, right? And we'll see. Inshallah, please stay until 7 or stay until 10. We'll maybe lay down after 7, maybe somebody lay down after 10. We'll see, inshallah. That's why we have to make a fight, and inshallah.
You know what? You can't knock me, mate. Disrespect me and I'm going to take the job over. I don't care who it is. You disrespect me and I'm taking the job over. And nobody can stop me. Because I got a right to be there because I'm his father. I'm not some idiot. If it wasn't for me, who built the full story around it, what would there be? I'm a big player in this game, believe me. But other people's just jumped on a ready-made meal and had a field day. And what's John the father got? A kick in the nuts on the middle finger. Well, guess what? I ain't standing for it.
Arslanbek Makhmudov may look like a serious threat on paper, but when you break this fight down, it's clear why voices like Johnny Nelson believe this matchup is tailor-made for Tyson Fury. Even at 37, Fury remains one of the most unique heavyweights the sport has ever seen.
I think Makhmudov's made for him. It's a perfect fight for him. Got the height, looks the part, he's strong. I think Tyson's hands will be too fast. I think Tyson, his feet are the thing what I want to see. I want to see how his feet have deteriorated, because it happens to everybody. So I just want to see what version of Tyson we get. He's out in Thailand training, so he's got to make sure he trains right. No cutting corners at this stage in your life. 37 years old. There's a lot of young lions knocking at the door, watching you. You're in a meal ticket, they're planning for you already. And I think Tyson's very...
His speed, movement, and ring IQ continue to separate him from the rest of the division. Training out in Thailand has only reinforced how seriously he's taking this challenge, showing a level of dedication that many doubters questioned after his previous outings. Makhmudov, no doubt, brings size.
Because you'll only know when you get in that ring, and it's too late. You know, let's just see. Tyson's not a stupid man. He knows where he's at. He feels good in training, but in training is one thing, in the ring, under the lights is another. All we can do is wait and see. He's going to do it anyway, so let's just enjoy.
Strength and a reputation for knockout power. But raw power alone has never been enough to beat a fighter like Fury. This is a man who has built his entire career on dismantling dangerous punchers. The real difference lies in skill and experience. Fury doesn't just...
Yeah, I think it's a good fight, especially the return for Tyson Fury. I think the boxing public definitely missed him. And, you know, like he said, he loves the sport so much. He came back, and you never really know with Tyson Fury, but there's one thing I did know when he retired, that he would be back.
Fight He studies, adapts, and controls every second he spends in the ring. Against someone like Makhmudov, that becomes a massive advantage. From another perspective, John Fury emphasizes something that often gets overlooked. Nothing replaces real ring.
Little seriously, but my job to show him a positive way, it's like gonna be terrible for him.
Ring experience. You can train as hard as you want, talk as confidently as you like, but stepping under those lights is a completely different reality. Tyson Fury understands that pressure better than anyone. He's been through wars, comebacks, and career-defining moments. Makhmudov, on the other hand, is stepping into unfamiliar territory.
He looked good. I think that mentally he's in a good place. Physically, he looked good as well. He's been working well out in Thailand, and I sort of agree with Paulie. I think that he's a massive addition to the heavyweight scene. He has been over the last 10 years, and I think it's good to have him back. We need the characters. Look, are the legs still there?
That's where preparation meets reality. Fury's training camps are known for being detailed and strategic. Every movement, every adjustment, every possible scenario is rehearsed. When the fight begins, he's not reacting. He's executing. Meanwhile, Makhmudov will be forced to think on the spot against a...
And, Tyson's got enough boxing IQ to think, I've got to do this, that and the other with him to beat him. And he probably will do that, and he should do it quite easily if he's prepared properly.
Fighter who thrives on exploiting hesitation. Then you have insights from legends like Lennox Lewis, who understands exactly what it takes to dominate the heavyweight division. Lewis points out that Fury's return isn't just another comeback. It's something the entire boxing world has been waiting for. Fighters like Fury don't just come back to participate. They come back to prove a point. His instincts, honed over years at the top, suggest...
This guy in the street or in one room, go to a one-on-one with me, survive with me.
What makes you different?
Exactly this thing that it's because this give me mental strong, and also I'm hungry.
He's not done yet. Makhmudov may talk confidently about making life difficult for Fury, but talking and delivering are two completely different things. Fury has faced bigger punchers, more dangerous opponents, and higher pressure situations. He knows how to slow fights down, how to frustrate aggressive opponents, and how to turn their strengths into weaknesses.
Tyson Fury has been out of the ring for well over a year now. By the time he gets back in the ring on April the 11th, he will have been out of the ring for well over a year. You're probably talking close to 15, 16 months. It's a long time, especially for someone who is more of a mover, more a boxer. It's not like a pressure fighter who...
There's also a visible psychological layer to this matchup. Makhmudov's words show ambition, but they also hint at the pressure he's under. Fighting Tyson Fury isn't just about physical ability, it's about handling the moment. Fury thrives in chaos. He feeds off big occasions, using his personality and confidence to dominate not just physically, but
Yes, he's a legend, like a big name in boxing, but I come here for make my
mentally as well. Physically, Fury looks sharp. Mentally, he looks locked in. That combination is dangerous for anyone, especially a fighter who relies heavily on power. The key to beating a puncher is movement, and Fury's footwork is among the best in heavyweight history. If he keeps that movement consistent, Makhmudov's biggest weapon, his power, becomes far less effective.
Yes, he's a legend, like a big name in boxing, but I come here for make my...
Fury's intelligence inside the ring might be his most underrated weapon. He doesn't just rely on size or strength. He calculates. He reads patterns. He adjusts mid-fight in ways very few heavyweights can. Makhmudov may come in with a plan, but Fury is the kind of fighter who breaks plans apart round by round. Even when Makhmudov talks about having a street fighting mentality and hunger, those qualities don't always translate at the highest level of boxing. Fury has spent over a decade facing elite competition. He's been tested in ways that can't be replicated in training camps or smaller fights. That level of experience creates composure and composure wins fights. Yes, Makhmudov can punch, that's undeniable, but he hasn't faced anyone who moves like Fury, thinks like Fury, or controls distance like Fury.
Lost anything. I feel like I'm in my prime still. I feel fast, I feel good moving, I feel everything's really good. I've been away in Thailand training, as everybody knows. It's been well documented all over my Instagram for the past however long. I know he's a giant. He's bigger than he says he is. He says he's about 6'4", but I think he's about 6'8". He's a big man. Knockout puncher for 14 or 15 first round KOs. And they say, why did you choose someone so dangerous as Arslanbek Makhmudov? Truth of the matter is, if I fight a pudding, I don't get turned on by that. I have to fight somebody dangerous to make me want to even train, make me want to even take it seriously.
And that's where the gap becomes clear. Fury doesn't just avoid punches. He makes opponents miss, then punishes them for trying. Conditioning is another major factor. Fury appears to be in peak physical and mental shape, which is critical against a power puncher. The longer the fight goes, the more it favors him. Makhmudov's aggression could become a liability if he can't land clean shots early. Fury's ability to stay calm under pressure and extend fights into deeper rounds makes him incredibly difficult to beat. While Makhmudov talks about legacy, Fury has already built his. Legacy isn't created through words, it's built through performances. Fury's resume, his adaptability, and his dominance speak for themselves. This fight is less about whether Fury belongs and more about whether Makhmudov...
Do you think Tyson still has a lot to give to the heavyweight division?
Yeah, I do think Tyson has a lot to give to the heavyweight because, you know, he's a good boxer and there's a lot of guys out there that he hasn't boxed, such as the guys due to box. You know, there's a guy, he could box a lot of people out there. But, you know, like he said, you know, who are they? They have to be somebody good for him to box because he has to have that type of person. He has to have a challenge. If you don't have a challenge in there, it's difficult to...
Makhmudov is ready for that level. There's also a strategic reality here. Fury controls distance better than almost anyone in boxing. He knows when to engage, when to step back, and when to tie opponents up. Against a heavy puncher, that's crucial. Every missed punch from Makhmudov could drain his energy and confidence. Promoter Frank Warren highlights another important aspect. Fury isn't just a fighter, he's an event. His presence alone shifts the atmosphere. From press conferences to fight night, he brings a level of charisma and psychological dominance that most fighters can't match. That mental edge often shows before the first punch is even thrown. Makhmudov may have confidence, but confidence without the necessary experience can become a weakness. Fury thrives on opponents who underestimate...
Without a doubt, the charisma that he brings, and you see another stadium fight, he brings all this and he brings excitement. He's got, you know, he's...
him or rely too heavily on brute strength. He's seen it all before, and more often than not, he turns those situations into master classes. As the fight unfolds, expect Fury to control the tempo. He'll use his jab, his movement, and his size to dictate where the fight takes place. Makhmudov may have moments, especially early on, but sustaining that against a fighter of Fury's caliber is a different challenge entirely. Ultimately, this fight comes down to intelligence versus intimidation. Makhmudov brings the intimidation factor with his power and presence, but Fury brings intelligence, experience, and adaptability. And in elite heavyweight boxing, those qualities almost always come out on top. Fans should expect a performance that blends strategy with showmanship. Fury